The sun dipped low, painting the sky in soft orange and pink, casting a gentle glow over everything it touched. The horizon seemed to blur, as if the day itself was slowly exhaling, letting go of its final breath in a wash of colour. Down by the sea the world felt hushed, the waves gently shushing the shore, as if nature itself was urging silence and reflection. Each wave rolled in with a soft rhythmic whisper, soothing the mind and quieting the heart. A cool breeze carried the clean scent of salt water, mingling with the faint aroma of seaweed and distant wildflowers. It brushed against your skin, refreshing and invigorating, a gentle reminder of the ocean's endless presence. The sand, still warm from the day's sun, stretched out in a golden blanket to the water's edge, inviting bare feet to wander and toes to dig in. Each step left a fleeting imprint, quickly softened by the breeze and the tide. Gulls circled above, their distant cries echoing the peace of the scene. Their wings caught the last rays of sunlight, gliding effortlessly, as if they too were savouring the tranquility of the evening. The hurried pace of the world melted away, replaced by a profound calm that settled deep within. Here time seemed to slow, every moment stretching out, inviting you to breathe and simply exist. The vastness of the sea and sky made you feel small but comforted, as if you were part of something timeless and infinite. The endless horizon promised new beginnings, while the gentle waves reminded you of the beauty in letting go. The light shifted, deepening to fiery blush and soft purple along the horizon. Colours danced across the water, reflecting dreams and memories, painting the world in hues that felt both familiar and magical. Shadows stretched across the beach, the world softening into something dreamlike. The air grew cooler, and the sounds of the day faded, replaced by the gentle lull of the evening tide. This was the magic hour, when ordinary things looked extraordinary, and peace seeped into your bones. Every detail, from the glimmering water to the shifting clouds, seemed to glow with quiet wonder. The evening whispered a promise of serenity, inviting you to simply be present. In this tranquil moment, surrounded by nature's beauty, you felt a deep sense of gratitude, as if the world was pausing just for you, offering a gentle reminder to slow down and savour the peace. The beach car park was nearly empty, the sound of waves filling the silence. Emma spotted Liam leaning against the railing, silhouetted by the glowing horizon. Her heart flipped as she stepped out. The car doors thud, making him turn. His warm smile lingered like the last rays of sun. He walked toward her, steps easy and unhurried. No grand pronouncements, just a smile and the way his eyes crinkled. "Hi," he said softly. "Hi," she replied, breathless. They stood in comfortable silence, the world falling away. "Ready?" he asked, nodding toward the sand. She smiled. "Ready." They walked side by side, shoulders almost touching. Presence enough. It was the quiet beginning of a shared journey into the sunset. Liam stopped and unlaced his trainers, grinning. "It's better this way." Emma slipped off her shoes too, both leaving them behind. The cool, soft sand welcomed their bare feet, grounding them in the moment. Walking barefoot made them part of the landscape, not just visitors. They moved closer to the water, where the sand was firm and damp. The sky shifted from orange to dusky rose, streaks of violet on the horizon. The water shimmered, reflecting the sky's mood. They walked on, shadows long behind them, the beauty breathtaking. Words felt unnecessary, the moment was too perfect. Emma glanced at Liam, peaceful and present. The worries of the week faded, carried off by the tide. There was only this, the walk, the sunset, the person beside her. Everything else melted away. The space between them shrank, and Liam's hand found hers. Fingers laced, a gentle warmth spread through her. They walked, hands swinging, a new conversation opening. He shared stories from his week, small pieces of his life. She told him about her book, A Stray Cat, her dream of a flower shop. He listened, genuinely interested, asking thoughtful questions. In the fading light they shared pieces of themselves, laughter mingling with the waves. Childhood memories, silly fears and shared favourites became tiny treasures. With every story and smile, their bond grew stronger. A mischievous glint in Liam's eyes. He tugged her hand and ran toward the water. "Last one in is a rotten egg," he called, laughter trailing behind. Emma chased after him, bare feet kicking up sand. Cold waves splashed their ankles, making them gasp and laugh. He splashed her, she retaliated, and soon they were in a playful water fight. Laughter echoed across the empty beach, jeans soaked, hair damp with sea spray. For a moment they were just two people, alive and joyful, playing in the sea. Breathless they slowed, the playful energy fading into a warm glow. He reached for her hand, cool and wet. "Truce?" he grinned. "Truce," she agreed, heart full. They stood hand in hand, catching their breath as the sea swirled around their feet. The last sliver of sun vanished beneath the horizon, painting the sky in soft hues of orange and purple. As darkness settled in, stars began to twinkle above, and a delicate crescent moon rose over the endless ocean, casting a gentle glow across the waves. The air cooled with the coming night, a gentle breeze carrying the salty scent of the sea. Liam noticed Emma shiver and, without a word, wrapped his arm around her shoulders, pulling her close to shield her from the chill. She leaned in, letting herself melt into his side, feeling the steady rhythm of his heartbeat. In his embrace she felt safe, as if nothing in the world could touch her. Together they stood in silence, watching the waves roll in, each one shimmering under the moonlight. The sound of the surf was soothing, a gentle lullaby that seemed to wash away the worries of the day. In that quiet moment, Emma realized something profound. Home wasn't just a place with four walls or a familiar street. It was a feeling, a sense of belonging that wrapped around her like a warm blanket. It was the comfort of being understood without having to speak, the quiet safety of his presence beside her. With Liam, she felt truly seen, accepted for who she was, flaws and all. With him, she felt anchored, as if she had finally found her place in the world. She was no longer drifting, no longer searching. She was exactly where she was meant to be. The vastness of the ocean and the endless sky above became a beautiful backdrop to their small, perfect world. In that moment, nothing else mattered but the two of them, together against the infinite. She breathed in deeply, filling her lungs with the crisp sea air and the familiar scent of his sweater. It was a simple thing, but it brought her peace, a sense of calm she had never known before. Their connection wasn't loud or showy, it was quiet, steady and real, a deep understanding that didn't need words or grand gestures. The comfort of a shared silence, the warmth of a simple touch, the gentle squeeze of his hand in hers, these small moments spoke volumes. Emma realized she'd finally found a place to rest her heart. Home wasn't a location on a map, it was a person. And in Liam's arms, she had found her true home at last. They walked back slowly, her tucked into his side. Earlier they'd shared stories and laughter. Now a comfortable silence settled. It was a full silence, rich with everything they'd shared. No words were needed. They understood each other. Every small thing felt magnified. Footsteps, waves, his arm around her. She looked up at him, contentment in his smile. Love, she realized, lived in these quiet spaces. It was in a shared glance, a gentle touch, the trust to be silent together. Their walk was a collection of small, perfect moments. Together, these moments created something beautiful and whole. Their love didn't need to be shouted. It was content to be whispered under the stars. They reached their shoes side by side in the sand, a silent testament to the journey they had shared that evening. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, casting a warm glow over everything. The world was the same, yet something between them had shifted, an unspoken understanding that words could never capture. The gentle waves whispered secrets only they could hear, as if the ocean itself was in on their newfound connection. Sitting to put on their shoes, the simple act felt intimate, a shared ritual that bound them closer. Each knot tied was like a thread weaving their lives together, a tapestry of moments that would linger long after the sun had set. The magic of the evening lingered in the gentle stillness, a quiet symphony of colours and sounds that enveloped them. The twilight held a promise of more such evenings, where time seemed to pause just for them. Standing, they faced each other in the soft car park glow, the world around them fading into the background. The streetlights cast a gentle halo, framing their moment in a soft, ethereal light. Liam tucked a stray hair behind her ear, his touch feather-light, yet it spoke volumes. It was a gesture of care, of tenderness, a silent vow that he would always be there to brush away the little things. "Thank you for tonight," he murmured, his voice barely above a whisper, yet it resonated deeply. "It was perfect," he added, his words carrying the weight of the evening's magic. She met his gaze, her heart full and overflowing. "It really was," she replied, her eyes reflecting the twilight's glow, a mirror to the emotions swirling within her. He pressed his forehead to hers, a promise more powerful than a kiss, a vow of presence and understanding. It was a moment that transcended words, a silent agreement to cherish what they had found, a promise of more walks, more shared silences, of being there even when apart. Their silhouettes against the twilight sky were a testament to the bond they had forged, a connection that would endure. They walked to their cars, still connected by an invisible thread, a bond that distance could never sever. Each step was a promise to return, to relive the magic of the evening. "Good night, Emma," he said softly, his voice a gentle caress. "Good night, Liam," she replied, her words a promise of more nights like this. Driving home, she felt full. This quiet moment of love would light her way. The distant city lights were a reminder of the world beyond, yet her heart was anchored in the evening's serenity, a beacon guiding her through the night.